if I can send the link to people. Hey guys, we're at. Oh no, it's not even activated yet. Activate my link, guys. We're at Backlash. Or do I have to say it properly? We're at Backlash. Fun, fun shite. I think a lot of people will notice that I changed my thumbnails. My thumbnails are fixed on my videos now. They look very smexy. Thank you to the person that knows who they are that helped me make the WrestleMania 2 thumbnails. That person knows who they are, and I appreciate them very much. And as I said that, I know for a fact that the person next to me is going to look them up and look at what they look like now. But they look amazing. Yeah, first pay-per-view of the of season 3. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal. I'm very happy about it. So yeah. There's only one other person I have to send the link to, and then we can get on our way. And also for the people watching this video back, how surprised were you of Mr. Jai Phillips winning the Hardcore Championship? Because I think a lot of people were very excited about that. But we have a very good show. We have 6 matches. And all titles are being defended. So best of luck to everyone. Of course, and that does mean, and we have to specify that means because Jai Phillips is classed as a double champion, that he will be doing double duty on today's show. So he will be defending the tag team championships along with Liam Rogers, and he will be independently defending the Hardcore Championship. Those matches do not go one after the other. There is some time, but yeah, it does take a lot of toll out of a person. So, without further ado, let's get to ECW Backlash. Hello, ladies and gentlemen! and welcome to ECW Backlash. We are sold out here in Philadelphia. And we start with the Heritage Championship, where that man right there was able to defeat Solo Sikoa to get this chance. Mr. Del Vikingo. This is going to be the first true test, not only for Del Vikingo, but for the Heritage Champion himself, Mr. Ilya Dragunov. So this is going to be the first test for both of them. Of course, Ilya Dragunov has not been on the best of winning streaks as of late. So we will have to see right now if he is going to fall off or he will hold that championship for another day. The first defense of the Heritage Championship ever since being converted from being the Cruiserweight Championship. And what a better first challenger than arguably one of the top 5 best luchadors of the modern century. But there's our challenger. Here's our champion. The Mad Dragon, the Heritage Champion. It is Ilya Dragunov has come forth. We've seen this man do extraordinary things in championship competitions. Of course, a former tag team champion, a former cruiserweight champion, a former television champion. The amount of accolades this man has, a fan favorite from the very first year of ECW's inception. And he continues to hold the love and compassion of the ECW fans in attendance in very high regard. But will he be able to retain when it matters? We're about to find out right now as Backlash kicks off. Right here, right. There we go. That is what it's all about, the Heritage Championship, as we now go down to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger from Puebla, Mexico, weighing in at 73 kilos, Elio Del Vikingo. And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds, the ECW Heritage Champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Here we go, the title handoff. Ilya Dragunov seemingly ready. The first title match ever since moving up a few kilos. No longer a cruiserweight now. There it is, held up high. Here we go, Del Vikingo, Ilya Dragunov to kick off ECW Backlash. Match is now officially underway. Both men a little bit short there with the clotheslines, neither of them connecting. Ilya Dragunov now throw over, well executed. Again, these two have been in the ring to each other, but it's not in a capacity of a match. Delver Kingo now trying to get some action here, but Ilya Dragunov, now Delver Kingo again, both of them countering each other's offense very quickly. Both of these men are fueled with energy. These two could possibly fight for hours upon hours. Nice drop kick there from the springboard. Now Ilya Dragunov wasting no time, circling the ring, thinking about what he could possibly do here, and he's going to look for some weaponry, and the bag of thumbtacks already making its way into the match, but Delver Kingo stopping him from possibly bringing them out. Now roll-up pin from Delver Kingo. Kick out at 1. And another spin kick there. Right now patented by Delver Kingo from how many times he's used this springboard. Only just barely connected, and as you know, the knee brace still around the knee of Ilya Dragunov. Still don't know if that is a long-term effect on the Mad Dragon, but right now it doesn't seem to be affecting him all too much as he gets back to his feet now. But now Valkingo and a lumbar check from the springboard, and Ilya Dragunov is now bleeding so early on into this match. Delver Kingo taking this match and completely flipping it into his favor, and now Vikingo with the bag, and he will let the thumbtacks fly, but Ilya trying to catch him up. But yes, thumbtacks are now on the mat. Who will meet skin to metal? Nice kick there in the corner, tripped up, and then double knees there from Vikingo. Vikingo very much showing that he wants that Heritage Championship. And now top rope, and an 820! Connected, but also got one knee up. I can't tell who got the worst of that exchange, but now going into the cover to try to win the championship, and a kick out at 2 from Ilya Dragunov. The fans already chanting for these two to fight forever. Ilya Dragunov being sent to the outside. And now, throw over by Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov sees gets some momentum into this matchup. He can't let it all be one-sided. Able to step through there, and a nice clothesline there from Ilya Dragunov, the Heritage Champion. Looking to step in. Waiting patiently for Vikingo to get back up to his feet. Power bomb position, and straight down there on the concrete floor. And as we see just off to the right, you can see the Heritage Championship laying there for both men to look at as they continue to simply beat the hell out of each other. Delver Kingo very much in full control here, didn't quite get that kick. And now Ilya Dragunov will capitalize! Moscow clothesline. The fans have come alive quite quickly, it seems. Thrown across the outside, goes for Kingo, in right there with the kick and the double knees to the skull that's already bleeding. Thrown back inside the ring. Those thumbtacks yet to be completely utilized. But now Delver Kingo looking for some springboard action, and another well-executed maneuver there by Delver Kingo. And he will again head to the top, telling people that enough is enough. Trying to go for a possible back there, and a close, and a nice power bomb there by Dragunov, but it won't be enough. Kick out at 1. Thinking possibly going for a Canadian Destroyer there. Right here, look at that! Onto the thumbtacks goes Ilya Dragunov! Thumbtacks are now embedded in the Heritage Champion, and in the words of Bobby Ray Dudley, Devon, get the tables! Reversed into the corner there. Ilya Dragunov looking for his own brand of weaponry now, and he's going to get the ladder. Put it between the announce desk and the ring apron. We see a better look of his back, having the thumbtacks being put there. And the steel trash can bouncing off the skull of the champion. Del Vikingo, of course, one of the best superstars from his time in AAA. Right now, one of his biggest tests today in the Mad Dragon, but Del Vikingo very much still holding his own. Right as I say that, manhandle slam by Ilya. And now again, Ilya will look for some weaponry and another bag of thumbtacks. And this isn't a prediction, this is a spoiler. There are a lot of bags of thumbtacks and another spin kick there by Del Vikingo. Ilya now into the corner. Del Vikingo could be looking to put this away. That could be it. Could we get a new champion? But a kick out at 2 from Dragunov. Again, trying to get it. But now look at this, using the ropes! The dirty pin from Del Vikingo, showing that he's going to do whatever it takes to call himself champion tonight. But now he's been thrown onto the ladder. Dragunov breaking the ladder with his body! Welcome to ECW, Del Vikingo! And a nice senton there by the Heritage Champion. Try to go for a second one, try to get greedy, but Del Vikingo now back to his feet. These two already have put each other through hell. And now kendo sticks have come awry. And look at that! The Moscow plant! Out of nowhere, the tornado strike! And now the steel chair in the hand of Ilya Dragunov, bouncing off of the body of Del Vikingo. Him back up. Need to think about getting him back into the ring to try to finish this, and that's exactly what Ilya Dragunov is setting out to do. Top rope goes Ilya Dragunov. Waiting there patiently, but realizing Del Vikingo is just a little bit too far away. But now Del Vikingo will capitalize. Trying to get that roll-up pin down. Trying to steal a victory, but a kick out at 2. Both men avoiding each other's offense, but now these two will go blow for blow. Ilya Dragunov, Del Vikingo. Right now, it's unclear to say who got the offense, but there, the single kick there. And now, emptying more thumbtacks out onto the ring. Knees to the back, and as he lands, quickly getting back to his feet and throwing Ilya into the corner now. Del Vikingo trying to plant him there, but no, a check there into the thumbtacks will go for Kingo. Back up to his feet now. Ilya, clothesline, but a reversal from Vikingo. And now more thumbtacks will meet the back of Ilya Dragunov, the Heritage Champion. And another table will be brought in. Just because the tables aren't set up doesn't mean that they don't hurt. You can be thrown onto the legs of an unopened table and you will feel that. Today, tomorrow, next week, whatever have you. And Del Vikingo setting up another ladder between the announce desk and the ring apron. Possibly trying to get some revenge after Ilya put him through it earlier in this matchup. Ilya very much taking the offense to the next level. A trash can Realizing he has other plans as he waits for Vikingo just to simply get back to his feet. And now another look at this. Manhandle slam once again. These two are going all out to open Backlash. Ilya Dragunov once again having Del Vikingo set up. Is he going to go for it again? He's going to go for it again! Second time's the charm! That is twice now! Del Vikingo being put through a fucking ladder! That's not enough for Ilya Dragunov, and Del Vikingo will take advantage of it. Of course, the pin doesn't count because of the outside. You can see the scars on Del Vikingo's back from all of that punishment due to the two ladders. That stiff right as Ilya trying to possibly move him over for a possible H-bomb. But these two need to get back into the ring for the pinfall or submission. They're fighting right. Ilya throwing Del Vikingo back into the ring. Trying to tell him that this is it. A low blow and getting that clothesline in. Ilya just staring. And now he's fired up as Del Vikingo practically laying on those thumbtacks. But look at this again. Trying to get that roll-up pin. Could he possibly steal it though? Kick out at one. Vikingo looking for more weaponry. And again, another bag of thumbtacks has come out of the rock. But Ilya Dragunov's not going to take that. There we go. Slam right there on the barricade. Try to go for a leg drop, but Del Vikingo thought otherwise. Clothesline sent down by Ilya Dragunov. Thrown across. And another manhandle slam. What the hell, what the hell? A nice Hurricane Runner with a little flip there into it. You see the bruises on the back of Del Vikingo. And on the front, and he gets that bag of thumbtacks. Third time's the charm. Just when you thought he was about to take him out, no, he was possibly trying to beat the hell out of Ilya Dragunov with it, and now able to fight out of the hold. And then thrown into the pole. And now trying to possibly get it done again, but thrown across the outside goes Del Vikingo. And now look at this. H-bomb! That has got to be it. Ilya, for the love of God, throw him into the ring and pin him. And that's exactly what he will do to retain the championship, and a kick out from Del Vikingo. Are we witnessing superhumans in form? Now into the ropes goes Del Vikingo and the strike. The tornado torpedo strike. That has got to be it. Center of the ring. And no! Looking H-bomb! Cover to retain the championship. And Ilya Dragunov does it. What a match to open Backlash. We can't deny the amount of effort and the amount of skill that Del Vikingo put into this match, but it just wasn't enough. Ilya Dragunov walking away the victor tonight.
Here is your winner, and still ECW Heritage Champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Congratulations, Ilya Dragunov, as we now move on to our next match. Now, second matchup.
2 out of 3 falls match, and is for the ECW World Television Championship.
Here we go, the champion coming out first, of course, still representing DIY. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano comes forth. Ready and willing. We know that, of course, LA Knight won the right. He won the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match to get this shot at the television championship, but did it through unconventional means. And though people still aren't 100% convinced on Johnny Gargano, they very much like Johnny Gargano more than LA Knight right now. But we will see what happens. Gargano ready, his first title defense. As a singles star. And now his opponent, the megastar, and now this is what's interesting, is that you hear a few people booing, but you also hear a few people still cheering. Those people that have been behind LA Knight since the first year of ECW, just wanting him to get a match, a singles title opportunity, and they are getting that. So the fans of LA Knight are still alive, and they're the still people that will chant LA Knight. Yeah. So LA Knight still very much ready to do whatever he can to possibly rip the television championship out the grasp of Johnny Gargano. And now, there it is. Let's go to the ring for the calls as Chan's chanting Johnny Wrestling.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, LA Knight. And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, the ECW World Television Champion, Johnny Gargano.
There it is, raising the title high. The original design from the original ECW. Johnny Gargano, LA Knight. 2 out of 3 falls match. Now officially ready to go. And a Hurricane Rana immediately ensuing from Mr. Johnny Gargano himself. And you have to remember, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match as agreed upon during their promo a number of days ago. Johnny Gargano challenged LA Knight to a 2 out of 3... Actually, no, LA Knight challenged Johnny Gargano to a 2 out of 3 falls match, thinking that would get into his head. The last 2 out of 3 falls match that Gargano did was against Adam Cole for the, at that time, ECW Championship, and he fell short, thinking he would be rattled. And he said, why do it now when we can do it for the championship at Backlash? And that's exactly what we're getting right now as LA Knight finally takes control of the matchup. Snake Eyes by LA Knight. So that is what this is. Of course, standard 2 out of 3 falls match rules apply. You must get 2 pinfalls or submissions in order to claim victory. Gargano quick to again take control, but look at the reversal there by LA Knight, throwing him back over. Of course, LA Knight, in his time, in his career, in his long, extensive career, you can call him a former WWE United States champion, a former WWE North American champion, and a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But Gargano is not one to sleep on either. Right there, nice moonsault. Gargano, of course, being a former NXT North American champion, a former NXT champion, former NXT Tag Champion, former WWE World Tag Team Champion, and of course, former ECW Tag Team Champion. Extensive list of accolades between both of these men, as we see there, right there. And we're getting another ladder set up between the announce desk and the ring apron. Right there, bouncing his skull off of the ladder as well on that descent. Gargano very much taking control of this matchup, and he will continue to do so, bringing in the steel chair. And right there to the skull of LA Knight, and again in the midsection. Again, these two just constantly battering each other with punishment. Try to go for a super kick there, but LA Knight caught it. And answers with a DDT onto the chair. And now, trying to get Gargano in position. Look at this right here, setting up the chair, now bending Gargano's arm through it. And a smart play there by LA Knight, trying to weaken the ligaments of Johnny Gargano to weaken his possible submission attempts. The weaker he is, the more likely he is to escape from the Gargano escape. Gargano now just trying to get the fans around him back into the ring as he stares down LA Knight, quickly getting out of the ring once again, trying to answer there with a shot, throwing him into those steel steps. Gargano showing that he is in no mood to lose the championship so early into his reign. And a super kick, but not all connecting, practically sliding off of the body of LA Knight. And now, let the thumbtacks fall. There they are, right there, center of the ring. But now LA Knight getting back in the midst of it, hoisting Gargano up, and now a snake eyes off the ring apron. Gargano's quick to trip him up and try to get back into this. Throwing LA Knight back inside the ring, practically falling onto those thumbtacks. Is quick to get back off of them. LA Knight chain wrestling a little bit there, throwing Gargano into the corner. LA Knight having more experience in this than him, and look at that, face first into the thumbtacks! Goes Johnny Gargano! Trying to capitalize now, but a kick out at 2. Into the chest and face of Johnny Gargano from the Bulldog from the top rope, courtesy of the Megastar. And now BFT! BFT from LA Knight! Can we get a new champion? What a kick out at 2 from Gargano! The fans making their voices heard. Look at this, Gargano now reversing, not letting this happen again. And now look at this now, Gargano now finding his opening, locking in the Gargano escape, trying to win via submission. LA Knight now in the position, but look at this, fighting his way out. The knee to the back of the skull, breaking out of the Gargano escape, and now answering the clothesline. And what the hell? Wait, what the hell? No! No, it can't be! The lights just went out! And the DIY Titantron has come back on, and look at this! It's Tommaso Ciampa! Tommaso Ciampa! He's back! Tommaso Ciampa! We thought he wasn't gonna come back! And now getting a good distraction. But look at this now! Deadeye onto the thumbtacks! But Gargano simply getting up. No matter what LA Knight does, he keeps getting back up. But now we're getting a leg drop there, but no one's home. Gargano now just trying to get something after his teammate. The former television champion, the man he beat for the belt at WrestleMania, just came out and helped him. LA Knight now looking to send Gargano through the ladder! LA Knight in a very good position. Kendo stick now in hand. Gargano has other ideas. Now again, just throwing him back inside the ring. And now a springboard drop kick. LA Knight trying to become champion, and he does, earning the first fall. That is the first fall. All he needs is one more. And then he gets called the new television champion. Now Crucifix pinned by Johnny Gargano, trying to steal a victory here. A kick out at 2. Not yet done. Trying to go for a clothesline. Came up short. Now both men just trying to get away from each other. But now they will go blow for blow. Shot after shot, strike after strike, chop after chop, hit after hit. Gargano in a very bad position, of course. Now he needs to make up 2. Super kick there, and now looking to possibly empty more thumbtacks. And a nice leg drop to the outside that was. But Gargano just walking over. And now look at this. Look at this now. Trying to lock it in one more time. Locking in the Gargano escape. Locking in the Gargano escape. But again, LA LA Knight! Breaking out of harm's way, Hurricane Rana now by Gargano. Gargano, I think, is now coming to the thought process of, if I can't make you tap, I will just make you hurt. Just waiting for him to get back up to his feet now, LA Knight. LA Knight in a very good position here. Blood Force Trauma! BFT! And that is it! LA Knight, your new television champion!
And the new ECW television champion, LA Knight!
Congratulations, LA Knight! As we now move in to tag team competition.
The following is a tag for the ECW Tag Team Championship.
Here we go, tag team championships on the line. And we introduce first your winners of the tag team tournament to get this opportunity in the first place. Finn Balor, JD McDonough, Judgment Day have descended upon Philly.
And at a combined weight of 385 pounds, Finn Balor and JD McDonough, the Judgment Day.
These two, the Prince and the Irish Ace, looking to try to become tag team champions for the first time here in ECW. Of course, one member of this team already has an accolade to his name. That man right there, Finn Balor, the inaugural Cruiserweight champion. But can they overcome the Australians? Let's find out. These two have never faced either of our tag team champions before. So this will be a history-making match. And there it is. There it is, the Australian flag coming forth, and there's our champions!
At a combined weight of 463 pounds, the ECW Tag Team Champions and the ECW Hardcore Champions, Jay the Chosen One Phillips, and the
The Australian Underground is here. And they are ready. But there they are, the ECW Tag Team Championships. Let's now go down to the ring to hoist those championships up. There they are, the titles that these two teams are facing for. Judgment Day, the Australian Underground. And the match has officially kicked off. And here we go, immediately, Jai Phillips wasting no time going for JD McDonough, Liam Rogers for Finn Balor. And you have to imagine the mindset of both of these two teams. The Judgment Day has faced 2 other teams to get this opportunity, and they are going to be very angry, disappointed, upset, whatever you want to call it, if they walk away empty-handed. But on the other side, you have the champions. You have Jai Phillips, Liam Rogers, their first tag team title defense in a little over a decade. And not to mention that there's a little bit of extra stress here on Jai Phillips. Not only the fact that he's currently in this match for his tag team championship, but not to mention that he also needs to preserve his energy for his hardcore title defense, the open challenge for the hardcore championship. That Jai Phillips, of course, is continuing the legacy of Russian leg sweep there by Jai Phillips. So there's a lot riding on this match for both teams. Finn Balor trying to run around and mess around with both the Australians. So you see there Jai Phillips trying to get back up to his feet. Super kick by Liam Rogers to JD McDonough on the outside. See Jai just taking it to Finn Balor. No matter what way you put this, is now Jai heading to the top rope, waiting for Finn to get back to his feet. And a nice there clothesline. Now going for the cover. So we see JD following Liam Rogers trying to get that done. And now a steel chair directly to the skull of Jai Phillips, and you have to be smart enough to know that both members of Judgment Day know that Jai is trying to be careful in this match and that he could possibly be a massive target in this match just to spite this. It's now Finn reversing the momentum from Liam Rogers. And JD's big head being bounced off of the announce desk. Finn now trying to wear down the real deal heel. As we see 19-18. Now again, another ladder being brought up between the announce desk and the ring apron. See Jai Phillips now. Power bomb position, and a power bomb from Jai Phillips to Finn Balor through the ladder. And the fans chanting, and I can't help but agree with them. This is awesome. Liam and JD inside the ring now. Liam just wrestling JD into the corner. And a DDT from Jai Phillips on the outside. JD now with some momentum here. Gets some distance. But a reversal on by Liam Rogers. And now, accidentally, Jai Phillips looking to hit JD McDonough with the chair. And Liam Rogers accidentally running in. A little bit of miscommunication there. And that could very much be their undoing. Liam Rogers now back up, and now look at this sleeper hold. Trying to take notes from Gunther. But now both Judgment Day members back up to their feet, and a nice clothesline forearm. Trying to go for the cover as Finn Balor too preoccupied with Jai Phillips on the outside. But a kick out at 2 regardless, and now Finn Balor will make Rogers pay. And now, Finn Balor with a pin, but Jai Phillips swiftly there to help his teammate out. You can only imagine there'll be a little bit of apologizing to do when they get into the back, and now the chair. The massive dent in JD McDonough's head now. And Jai Phillips now springboard, and a Soul Snatcher! Someone's been talking a Soul Ruka! Cover from Phillips! But a kick out at 2 from JD. Now Finn Balor could possibly be in warning to possibly get back through that ladder, but able to get out of harm's way. And that'll do a number on Liam Rogers' forearm for later. Jai Phillips delivering some snake eyes to JD. Middle rope now, measuring JD up, but we yet don't know yet. Forward missile drop kick. Hoisting JD up, and now we see it. Harbor Bridge. Come on from Joy Phillips to retain the titles, and they get it.
Here are your winners, and still ECW Tag Team Champions, Jay the Chosen One Phillips, and the Real Deal, Leo Rogers.
Congratulations to the Australian Underground for retaining the tag belts as we now move on. And we see here ECW General Manager CM Punk coming out for some select words. Saying that he's going to come out here, he's going to be brief, that he's been receiving a lot of backlash for a certain decision that he made regarding the Hardcore Championship. And he said that the next Hardcore Championship Open Challenge will be answered by himself. So no matter who walks out of Backlash as the Hardcore Champion, that he will be the one to answer it. Now,
It's an I Quit match, and is for the ECW Women's Championship.
the Women's Championship up for grabs. And now this is an interesting one, because Britt is back in pay-per-view status. Of course, no one has really stepped up to challenge Maya Rogers for the ECW Women's Championship. So, a friendly dispute between these two old rivals has confronted, but both of these women had agreed that they have defended and challenged for championships in so many other match types that they decided to do something that neither of them have done before. An I Quit match. So Britt here, raring to go. And now all she waits is for our champion. The bad girl, the ECW Women's Champion, Maya Rogers, is here. First title defense of this new reign for Maya Rogers. So we are here, raring to go. These women, of course, have no beef between each other. But here we go, that is what's up for grabs as we now go down to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Britt Baker. And her opponent from Sydney, Australia, the ECW Women's Champion, May Rogers.
Here we go. The title will now be handed off. Both of these women have held this belt before. Let's see how they fare. Britt Baker, Maya Rogers. And it is now officially underway. Standard I Quit rules apply. You simply have to get to the point where you say, I quit. So the ref will be doing multiple checks to make sure that someone says, I quit. This could be submission-based. This could be punishment-based. There's a lot that could go in to this match right now. So we see Britt trying very easily to take over Maya, but Maya catches the super kick. And now thrown immediately against the ropes. Just bending the arms. Of course, and now look at this. Leg lock, and immediately trying to get a reverse figure four leg lock in. And now here is where the punishment begins. Baseball bat, but now Britt Baker taking it onto the other foot. Maya able to get out of harm's way, throw her back into the corner. And now it's some chops that would make Charlotte Flair blush. And now again Maya. Now throwing Britt to the outside quickly will follow her. And of course the ref will follow them wherever they go. Attacking the arm now. Now straight into the steel steps goes Maya Rogers. Britt Baker just lurking around, just trying to look at what she can do. And we see Maya now in a position where she could possibly say it. But she says no, and Britt, a little bit annoyingly, lets go of the submission. Possibly another way to win this is having your opponent just simply pass out. We've seen that a plethora amount of times in the past with I Quit matches. And now the reversal from Maya as Maya gets back to her feet. And now bouncing Britt's head off of the apron. And now heading to the top rope. What is Maya thinking? No, heading back inside. Backing around to try to throw Britt off. But Britt with those stiff hands and a Hurricane Rana as well. Now the kendo stick. Right there into the face of Maya. Straight there again and again. Just trying to get some punishment. Spin kick. Hoisting Britt up. Now look at this. Hoisting her up and slamming her back down onto the concrete. Now look at this. Look at this now. Maya looking for it. Looking for the left on red. The left on red now locked in. Will she say I quit? Locking it in, and no she doesn't. So Maya lets go the submission to try some more punishment. And it's a smart call. When you're in an I Quit match, you don't want to hold on to a submission for the entirety of the time, even though they won't necessarily try to get out of it. But you'd rather let go of the submission and add more injury, add more pain, than try to just hold them in a singular position. Curb stop now by Britt. That has now made Maya bleed from the skull. Now the drop kick from Britt Baker. Britt very much feeling in her element, but Maya is no pushover. Our current women's champion, nice German suplex. And And now look at this, the steel steps now in play and thrown to the back of the skull of Britt Baker. And thrown across the outside. The fans have come alive for this match very quickly. Leg drop there by Maya. But now look at this. Britt in a very good position. Trying to possibly go for a pedigree to homage Triple H, but a reversal there by Maya. And now Maya trying to look for it one more time. Locking in a left on red. Locking in a left on red. Bending. Britt.
Yes, I quit.
And Britt says I quit. Britt says I quit to the left on red. And Maya Rogers retains.
ECW Women's Champion, Rogers.
Maya Rogers showing that she is very much on the top of this division, making a mutual friend tap. Congratulations, Maya, as we now head in to one match that we don't know what's going to happen with it. And here we go.
Is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Hardcore Championship.
The second match of the night for Mr. Jai Phillips for the Hardcore Championship. And here he is. Mr. Double Champion himself. Of course, a successful title defense only a few matches ago. But was that enough wear and tear? Jai did take a few really good shots at the hands of Finn Balor and JD McDonough. Will he be able to take on a second match, especially another hardcore match for the Hardcore Championship? We don't yet know, and of course this is the Hardcore Open Challenge. Anyone can answer it. Whether they be on the ECW roster, whether they're not on the ECW roster, whether they're from AEW, whether they're from AAA, anywhere is eligible for a contender. But Jai is ready for anyone. So let's see who comes out. Will it be Fart 2 again? Will it be Drew McIntyre? Will it be Kevin Owens? Hell, it could even be Joe Hendry. What? Wait! I was kidding! I was kidding! I was kidding! It's Joe Hendry! Oh, for the love of... I said his freaking name, didn't I? Well, whether we want to accept it or not, Joe Hendry is Jai Phillips' opponent for the Hardcore Championship. We have not yet seen Joe Hendry compete in ECW just yet. This is his first match, a part of the brand. And it's not just his first match, it's his first title match, and it's not just a match. It's against Jai frickin' Phillips. But that is what it's all about. So let's now go to the ring for the call.
Introducing the challenger from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe Hendry. his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 228 pounds, the ECW Hardcore Champion and one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions, Jay the Chosen One Phillips.
And there it is. The Hardcore Championship being defended. Jai Phillips, Joe Hendry. And the match now officially underway. Joe Hendry wasting no time, trying to take the fight straight to Phillips. Phillips quickly answering. And then that's another thing we need to think about. So whoever wins this match right now is going to be forced to defend the belt next week against CM Punk, the general manager. And as we know, Jai Phillips still has a bit of a vendetta against the Punkster. I'm not so sure about Joe Hendry. I think Joe Hendry is just happy to be fortunate enough to be in this position. Joe Hendry throwing Jai into the ropes, drop down, and a clothesline. And now trying to get the fans behind him, stomping and clapping. As we've said a few times here now, Jai Phillips already gone through a match. He's already has a little bit of fatigue there, and Joe Hendry very much taking advantage of it. Top rope and a double axe handle. Joe Hendry just stalking Jai from the outside, and now trash can being brought in, but Jai Phillips has other plans. Got tripped up by Hendry. Reversal now back to his feet now, and a nice kick that will send Joe Hendry down. Jai Phillips throwing Hendry back into the ring. Just waiting patiently for him to arise. Right there with a knee straight to the back and the skull hitting the canvas. Clothesline though from Joe Hendry. Up down and a throw over. Hendry is feeling it right now. Spine buster. Now looking for some more weaponry, and Devon get the tables. Now throwing Jai over. Joe Hendry looking to finish this. And here we go. Around. Choke slam. Could this be all she wrote for the Miracle Double Champion reign, and a kick out at 2? And now, we've seen this a few times tonight, the ladder between the announce desk and the ring, and Jai Phillips quickly knowing what that is, quickly on his way and trips up Joe Hendry. But now tripping up himself. You need to think about the years of experience that Joe Hendry has. A previous world champion. And now thumbtacks have been brought in. Joe Hendry feeling the extreme. And an uppercut as well. Stopping Jai from using that chair. But a reversal now by Phillips. Just trying to use his energy, trying to conserve it for when he needs to. Nice hip toss. And now looking for it. Harbor Bridge! And some thumbtacks being implanted inside Joe Hendry's back. Top rope goes Jai Phillips trying to go for the Macho Man elbow, but comes up short. And now, trying to go for an attitude adjustment, but the counter, the neck hitting the chair. And now the chair straight to the back of Hendry. Trying to go for a clothesline there, but Jai Phillips, both men just countering each other's offense. Into the ropes. Try to go for a nice clothesline there, but now Jai Phillips catches it, and out of nowhere, flatline! Cover to retain the title! And a kick out at 2! And Jai Phillips off the ropes, knee strike, but no one's home. And the shoulder barge, and I agree with the fans, these two should fight forever. Kendo stick now in play by Hendry. And straight there on the head, and finally Jai Phillips' head gives way, and he is bleeding. Able to get out of harm's way on that strike, and now Phillips will try to take it back to knee. Now off the springboard, inverted DDT. Some old school TNA AJ Styles fans are very happy with that one. And again, going back to the steel chair, maximum damage with minimal effort is what the chair represents in this match. And now Joe Hendry and Jai Phillips will just hit each other over and over and over again. But right now, Jai winning the war when it comes to strikes. Has gotten more in, and Joe Hendry telling him to bring it. And that's exactly what Jai is gonna do. Just over and over again. These two are not letting up. These two are not ones to let up. And now the rapid rights. Over and over, just hoping that one of them gives way. No separation between the two. And now Joe Hendry, roll over. Now looking to possibly finish this here. Thrown, but no reversal by Jai, sent to the apron. But Hendry back into the ring. Hendry in control, but reversal from Phillips. A little bit of a back there. Now the kicks. And now the suplex there. Going for the cover, thinking that might be enough. Will he give way? And Jai Phillips retains the Hardcore Championship.
Here's your winner, and still ECW Hardcore Champion, Jay the Chosen One Phillips.
Congratulations, Jai Phillips, for continuing the double championship reign. But now what goes through Jai's head, knowing that next week in the main event, he will be facing his second biggest rival, his own general manager for the championship. Main event time!
Is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
ECW Championship match. And here comes the champion coming out first. The Outlaw. The ECW champion. Jackson Rogers is here. Of course, Jackson believing that he now is forced to carry the entire ECW brand on his back. It's the mindset he has of being a world champion. It is the mindset bestowed upon him by his father and his father before him. But can Jackson, in his first world title defense, step up or fall off? Especially considering who he has as an opponent. Jackson very much ready. Very much ready. But now he needs to face his opponent, the best bout machine, the one-winged angel, the ECW King of the Ring, Kenny Omega. Of course, last week's episode, these two teamed with each other to combat the team of MJF and Adam Cole in a losing effort. These two have mutual respect for each other, but everyone was theorizing that because of that loss, there might be a little bit of animosity between the two. Time will soon tell. In just a few moments, our main event will kick off. Kenny Omega looking to become a two-time ECW champion. There it is, the ECW Championship, as we now go down to the ring for the call.
Introducing the challenger from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 231 pounds, Kenny Omega! And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 230 pounds, the ECW World Heavyweight Champion, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers.
There it is, hoisted high. Jackson Rogers, Kenny Omega, Backlash main event officially underway. Immediately a V-trigger from Kenny Omega and a sling blade. Immediately Kenny going on the offense and almost getting a 2 count just from all of that. There very much might be an animosity between the two after their losing efforts between themselves and Kenny and MJF. And now snake eyes to Jackson. Jackson already bleeding from the skull. Super kick from Kenny. So far, Jackson hasn't even been able to get a proper move in. And another V-trigger from Kenny Omega. Hoisted Jackson up, and Jackson slips around, trying to again get some kind of offense in, but still none yet in this matchup. And here we go. Jackson finally having a chance to get some kind of momentum in. And a moonsault from the middle rope. Cover now by Jackson. The kick out at 2. Thrown to the outside. Thrown off of him, and as we see right there, in all of its glory, the ECW Championship waiting patiently for someone to claim it. Into the steel steps goes Omega. Thrown across the outside goes Jackson. And now the announce table getting thrown from equipment DDT from Kenny Omega. Now look at this right there being thrown over almost effortlessly from the Best Bout machine. Now look at this, Kenny now. Kenny trying to possibly go for a one-wing angel, but Jackson Rogers able to counteract. Thrown into the ring now, Jackson back in it. Into the ropes now, leapfrog. Try to possibly go for something there, but Kenny Omega answering with a forearm and moonsault, but Jackson was able to get the knees up. Being pushed into the corner, a slap to the face. So we now look at this, a Superman punch by Jackson Rogers. And a nice ripcord knee. Trying to show Kenny Omega, I have knee strikes too. And now for the final time tonight, thumbtacks have been let loose. Trying to go for a possible Russian leg sweep, but Kenny able to get a little bit of separation between the two, throws Jackson back into the ring. A slap, and now roll-up pin while on the thumbtacks. Roll-up pin, but nothing comes of it. Just trying to wear down Jackson's body, wear down his mind, wear down his soul. Kenny just steel trash can in hand now, but Jackson stops him, answering with some own strikes and now throwing him across his own knee. Table in play. Kenny catches it. Jackson now looking to throw Kenny back into the ring. Trying to finish this the proper way. Springboard frog splash by the champion, and now Jackson looking to try to finish this early, has him hoisted up. One in the chamber, cover to retain the title, and he does it, just like that, showing that Jackson's no pushover. Congratulations to Jackson Rogers for retaining the title, and just like that, that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to ECW Backlash. I have been Scott Silver, and I will see you when I see you. Take care.